Hi, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Liv.
And this is the Mach-E vlog. We are currently on the field at Tesla Takeover, but we have to get home tonight. So we're about to start our road trip home. It's about 4.5 hours. So we need to get started.
Isn't it 5.5 hours?
5.5 hours, yeah.
Plus charging,
Plus
right?
charging.
So let's go.
All right, let me figure out. We're at 92% battery. It says we have 234 miles of range. I'm going to just do a quick route planning to home. I would imagine that we have one stop. Yep. It's 292 miles. It says 5 hours and a 25-minute charging stop. So 5.5 hours total. Darn it. Now I screwed it up. Here. We are really tired. It's been a long weekend. We'll tell you about it once we get on the road. But saying the one charging stop is in Calabasas. I don't know if we'll stop at that one. That one's EVgo, and it's more expensive. And that's, one of the things that can be frustrating is the car doesn't necessarily know how much it costs to charge at the different charging stations. I know EVgo is more expensive than the Electrify America that's in the area. So we may force it to make that change. But we have 130 miles of driving. I think we're going to probably have to stop before then anyways.
Most likely. We have not been to restrooms or had refreshment, so.
It's 4:52 now, so 5.5 hours. It's going to be, it's not like it's a super late night, but we'll probably need some breaks. It's been a long, draining day.
So let's get on the road.
Okay.
Mach-E is a very nice place to be.
After standing outside Friday night in the cold, chill.
You can believe it. I know you can make fun of us, but it felt cold.
It was like 52 for a low, so it was chilly. Standing outside waiting for the Tesla light show, but then standing outside all day in the heat Saturday and Sunday. It's nice just to sit.
Just sit, be comfortable. If you don't know everything that happened, we will have a vlog video out of our journey up here or up there, and we'll have a video out of the entire experience as well. So they're all little pieces, and we're trying to put together a cohesive story, but it definitely feels like it was chaos.
Just a lot of stuff going on. It was a lot of fun. Very fun group of people. We know a few like Tesla YouTubers and people on TikTok. But we also just know some Tesla owners like from the San Diego area and elsewhere, like LA area, Long Beach. So it's really always cool to see everybody. It's almost like a little mini family reunion, and we just talk about how everybody's been doing, just like you do with friends. But we met so many new people too as well.
So many new people, and it was, I will be totally honest, I was a little anxious. I don't even remember if I said it before. I think I did.
Yeah.
But I was anxious because we weren't planning on going to this, and then our Tesla friends or just friends in the community encouraged us to go. And then, so we were like, yeah, okay, let's do it. And then once we were on our way up there, it was like, I hope this is going to be okay, because it does feel a little daunting. The Tesla community is close-knit, and it's a little...
well, most of the time we interact with the online Tesla fans, and specifically on Twitter. There's a subset that can be a bit more vocal about their support, and they literally, there's one guy that's like, I hate all other EVs but Tesla.
He says that?
Yeah.
That's not cool. Patrick deals with that stuff more than I do. I don't go on Twitter much because there's a lot of that. Yeah, but I have certainly seen some of that, and I don't love it. So I think we were both pretty anxious. Well, I was a little anxious that there would be some of that,
well,
or even like undercurrents of it, you know.
And I thought that maybe, you know, normally it's, you know, at all EV events we've only run into very nice people, and I was wondering about it a little bit because it's like, this is a Tesla event. It's Tesla.
It's Tesla Takeover.
And it's called Tesla Takeover. But I was hoping, because we did our Ford EV event, and we could put a link to that as well. And we said, for Ford EVs, but we're open to all EVs and all EV enthusiasts. So like if you have a gas car, but you just want to come check out EVs. And we had a handful of other EVs show up. So I was hoping they would have that same vibe, and they 100% did.
They did. They completely did, yeah. And now, granted, our event was teensy-weensy in comparison to this.
Yeah.
This was, like they said, the largest Tesla gathering in the world, I think. It was really well orchestrated and heavily volunteer run. And
Tesla Club,
Silicon
Valley Tesla Club. John organized it.
He's the president of Silicon Valley Tesla Club. If you've seen, what is that documentary thing?
Oh, he's in the documentary. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, and a lot of like cool big creators in the Tesla community are in this documentary. Well, if we remember what it's called, we'll put the name down below. But he's a very influential person in the Tesla community space, and so he put this on.
Well, the clubs put it on, but it was like they reached out and they said, you know, well, I reached out at first. I was like, hey, we'd like to come, and they're like, yeah, we can get you in. So we got press passes for this, which I thought was really
cool.
nice.
Very cool.
And that's part of it is like, you know, we're doing all of this out of pocket, and we would love to come to more and more events, but when more and more events are asking for money and we got to pay hotels, it makes it so it's like not good for us.
we can't afford it because this is our vacation time is literally a majority of it is going to this stuff, which is why we are rushing back now and missing a huge gathering tonight, which is such a bummer.
There were literally like 3 groups of people from different parts of the Tesla community that were like, hey, you guys what are you guys doing for dinner? And we're like, we're driving back. We're like, you guys should stay another night. And I'm like, I wish we could, but you know, hotels are like $200 a night.
And work.
And work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my work laptop.
I know, I should have brought mine.
But we can't really work if we got to check out at a hotel and then drive back.
It's just, you get it. Like, so press passes really, really help. And we're considering buying the tickets anyways in the beginning because they were discounted ahead of time.
Yeah, I think it's like $55 for the weekend.
Yeah.
Which is it's good, but you know, that's...
We weren't sure, and then by the time we were thinking about it, it was a higher price. Anyways, stuff like that helps, you know, little people like us who want to make content, or also like share about this because not everyone is in the Tesla world. Like maybe you guys are Mach-E people who are literally interested in this. Are you? You have to let us know. I mean, I was curious.
Yeah, watch the video. I think it was a lot of fun. One of the highlights, though, for me, I don't know about for you, was they did a Holly high voltage experience after the takeover event during the day yesterday. And it was at a local airfield that's like closed off, but they were letting people use it as a drag strip, and then they made it into a slalom course. Slalom.
Sounds weird when you say it. Slalom.
Yes. I didn't register in time to take Lucifer Tucifer in it, but then in the end they weren't checking, so I could have just signed the waiver and still done it. But we rode along with Sergio, who many of you probably know from Twitter, and he's had some YouTube videos, and he's active on Mach-E Nation.
He's got a great YouTube channel.
So anyways, we get to ride. You can't ride in the back, so we each took a turn riding shotgun for a run at the slalom course, and he did really well. And it was fun seeing the reactions from the Tesla people when he made the first run, because I was watching and Liv was riding, and I think, you know, at the time there were some really fast, like they had a Model S Plaid that was like 12 seconds or something like that, and then they had some Model 3 performances that were like 14, and then they had, but they also had some, you know, cars, some Teslas running 17, 18, 19 seconds during this run. And then Sergio, his first run was 14.6 seconds. And they were like, oh, that's a really good run.
Yeah.
So it was fun seeing the people's reactions, but it was more fun just riding in the car doing that.
I thought it was really cool. Like, I didn't know that was happening. And I remember last year watching Kyle's videos, Kyle Connor out of spec. He was advertising for Holly High Voltage.
Yeah, it was two separate events last year. They sort of merged it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know what to expect, but when everyone at the Tesla Takeover was like, we're going to Holly as soon as it finishes, and everyone peeled off, it was really cool that the community wasn't just about like this event. Like, people were going to Holly, then other people. Kyle had this huge group of people that went and rode in the canyons, drove, whatever, and adventured. So everyone was like doing the thing they love and driving and everything.
And we ate food.
We ate food. And I mean, like, me personally, I've never done performance stuff. I've never been in a car that did performance stuff. So that was completely new to me. Nice Lucid, that burgundy wine color. Look at them showing off the long range. But it was really cool to experience that. It was like a roller coaster. I'm super glad the Blue Fitusa Road didn't have to do that.
Yeah, it does. I mean, even though it's two short runs through it, it's hard on the tires.
Yeah.
Motor and battery and all that, that can handle it. It's the tires are going to take a beating and that type of stuff. But
that was really fun, and it was cool. Oh, a Rivian, an R1T went and did it, which were.
It was like with the off-roading tires too.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
They were like right after the Rivian, I think, so I missed the Rivian. But okay, I know it said Tesla Takeover. We were worried, would it feel exclusive or like we were outcasts or hated? It did not. If you are curious, I'd say go or come next year, because I think we've already decided we're gonna come next year. I thought it was a really phenomenal time. Come hang out with us, come hang out with all the Tesla people, and it felt really good. And the fact that like we all went to Holly High Voltage afterwards, and there was Rivian, Tesla, Lucid, Mach-E, who else?
I don't even remember who else.
I mean, all different kinds of Teslas.
We did see an EV6, but I didn't see it make the run.
I didn't either. I think they were a little too late. Yeah, like by the time we got there, you know, it was a little late. We shut the party down. But okay, so that was adjacent stuff. The actual event itself, there were a ton of cool vendors.
Lots of neat, interesting vendors. They had like a whole RVing, camping section this year. So Lightship was there.
We got to tour it.
Yeah. And then they had a lot of Tesla accessories, of course, but some of them, you know, they are open to doing other EVs. And then like the one company, they sell spare tires that are like the little small spare tires, but they are lightweight as well. So the idea is like if you go on a road trip in an EV, they don't have a spare tire. Some people don't like doing that. So you can buy a spare tire, you know. And I don't know if I would necessarily, you know, want to add a spare tire to our trunk to do something like that, because it takes up too much room.
And we do have a tire kit.
We have a tire kit that would hopefully, and we have roadside assistance. But like if we are going a bit more off the beaten path, like to go from like Denver to Lake Tahoe, one of the ways that you can do is like just take I-70 across, and then you take US 50, and it's called the loneliest road. Charging is precarious going across there, but all services are precarious. That would be a great opportunity to carry a spare tire for something like that.
That would be more comforting.
I think the most unique vendor. They weren't really a vendor. They were just walking around in duck and rice shirts.
Oh, yeah, carry on.
And it's a small farm up in Northern California, and they are trying to make more sustainable rice. So they use a lot less water, and they use ducks to fertilize and weed the rice fields. So it was just interesting watching them walk around, and the one guy had the duck shirt on, the other guy had the rice shirt.
Well, actually, and we were with Corey from Corey and Eric with Monroe Live, and Corey was like, duck and rice, yeah. So that's how we realized.
I did find out one thing, and I don't know if Liv knows this part, but they were talking about, they were telling Sergio about it, and they explained that they get two products out of this, which you're holding one, and then the other
is ducks.
Is duck.
Do they eat them?
They sell them to local restaurants.
I mean, I will say the duck is delicious, and they're probably living a great life, right?
Yeah. Well, Sergio's friend Francis was like, I want to come see the ducks, and they're like, hurry up, they're only going to live for another couple of months.
Oh my gosh. Should we go meet these ducks? Should we rescue one? Could we have a duck? There's a YouTube channel for this guy that takes his duck everywhere, by the way. It's really cute.
They were talking about, but they can't just release the ducks. I don't know if they could sell the ducks, but they just, because their idea was like, they'll help the duck population, they'll use them for the growing season, and then they'll release the ducks. And they're not allowed to, which is why that's what, yeah.
I mean, I'd like to find out about it, but I imagine they're giving them good lives. They seem like good life-giving
it looked really cute.
Dudes, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you look at it?
He had a little like magazine and was showing Sergio, and it was like, basically it's like when they need to feed the ducks at night, the ducks just know there's food at night. So they're all just like make like a little army of ducks and go in.
A duck army.
Yeah, it's hilarious. So
okay, so that was a surprise vendor, but there was also Ego, right?
I liked Ego.
Ego was cool. So they were all electric like equipment, yard equipment, weed whacker, lawnmower, drive.
The fan looked
and
really
then
cool.
a fan. Like we don't have a yard, so we don't have a garden area. So obviously the fan was interesting, and it has a mister attached. But the really cool thing is that all the batteries are interchangeable with all their products. And I do think there are other brands that are doing that.
Bluetooth curve. Oh, I just told put my hands on. Yeah, so I just touched it real quick, and now it's good.
Nice, Blue Cruise, good job. If you didn't touch it, it would make a sound, just so you know.
Yeah, it gives you 5 seconds. I've counted.
But he's always on it faster because he's actually collaborating with the vehicle and driving. Yeah, so Ego, that was pretty cool. And there are other brands that do that with the interchangeable battery, which is so important, like not needing separate things for every device.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there was a rack company. I can't remember what their name was, like X-Rack or something.
I think it was X-Rack.
X-Rack. But it's a family business, and like the family was taking road trips together, and they were all crammed together. And it was just awful, and they realized they needed a way to extend the storage space of their vehicle, so they made this rack, right?
You heard more of that than me.
Hopefully I got this story right. The father and the family made this rack so that they could extend the space in their car and like actually have space for the humans and more things, and then carry the rest of the stuff on the outside of the vehicle and go on adventures together. And it's like through adventuring that they did product testing. So they realized that like they had these bags for storing things, and they realized that they had to be waterproof after all of the dad's clothes got soaked and destroyed, basically, on one trip. So it's like product testing on their own experiences because they like doing that stuff. So that was really cool, and it's nice to see who's making things like Duck Rice or X-Rack, as opposed to like some anonymous brand on Amazon or something like that. And anonymous brands are totally great. That's totally fine. It's nice to be able to get the price down on some things, but it's also really special to meet people who are actually making stuff.
But this is a road trip vlog.
And we are talking.
So we're going to try to wrap this up for this segment. We're getting into some construction zone anyways, which isn't as fun for you guys as the viewer. But we are making good progress. I mean, it's pretty simple drive. We still have that one charge. I'll figure out where we're going to charge. It's saying we charge at about 66 miles. I don't even know how far we've been so far. Let's
touch base.
Touch base with
I'll
this.
show you guys while we're doing it.
Oh, we've been driving. Oh, I didn't reset the whole thing.
Well, we'll do the whole trip.
We'll just
together.
remember. Well, if I turn the car off, it'll lose it. But so I'll remember not to do that. We've been driving for 95.6 miles, 2.5 miles per kilowatt hour. We may have been pushing it a little bit, trying to hurry to get home. We won't talk about that.
An hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
It's been really nice.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Even though we've gone on some construction zones and, curvy roads, Blue Cruise has been great. And it's not a full freeway, even though like this section now is, so I can do Blue Cruise. It was a divided highway, but there was a few like side street type things or whatever. So it would just have me do the hands-on version of Blue Cruise, but it was still pretty relaxing. And I needed that after the day that we had.
Yeah, that's why I say it's been pretty nice. Is it's like an hour and 40 minutes of enjoyable comfort.
Yeah, and so now it's 6:30, and it's saying we'll get home. What was it? 10:42. I think it'll be later. I'm saying 11:30, just because we're gonna probably have to get something to eat at some point.
Yeah.
And I need to go to the bathroom, but it says we have 60 miles before we charge.
I thought you were looking at your watch.
No, it's something that's tickling me, but it's the wristband from Tesla Takeover. So
you get a sweet wristband. But anyways, we are going to enjoy the drive, and we will touch back with you guys soon.
she's
Bummer.
at 91. He's at 59.
Ours is dead. That sucks. And this place is packed, which is cool. Look at this variety. There's a whole bunch of variety. The little i3s, really cool. Genesis. But really unfortunate. So
84.
hopefully someone will be leaving soon. And looks like that gentleman perhaps. All the way on the end.
They're all full, and ours is broken.
Yeah, I just moved from one that was broken.
He's gonna move. I'm documenting, making new friends. I guess he's going to pull in over here. Yeah.
They were just using this one, so hopefully this one is good. That was only like a 2-minute wait.
Yeah, I didn't even see them pull out.
I didn't either. I was just like, oh no, there's empty. The other one down there, they're at 91%. So I'm like,
Dang.
just pull out, man.
Well, we won't be judgy because maybe they're on a road trip and they need to get to a higher. I know.
There's just so many around here.
There's so many.
It looks like there's a lot of people here. There's a lot of like commuter EVs, as well as, of course, a ton of ID4s that
Now-
just seem to want to be topping off.
Now, we checked the station before we arrived, and it got really good reviews on PlugShare. Apparently, these are all new ABB chargers. It's really cool seeing the pulley system, so it really diminishes the likelihood of these getting squished or driven over. But hopefully this goes all right. What's it saying? What are we at?
103, 118, 129.
And you know we didn't do
151.
a trip summary. We just jumped right out the car.
Yeah, because we were
For no reason.
Sorry.
No reason.
Actually, let's see if I can pull it up on the Ford Pass app. They're getting rid of this feature, so.
Temporarily, because we're apparently rusty with road trips. We have a road trip in like a year, right? No, we went to
November,
Vegas.
and we did Vegas. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't get the trip summary. We can do it, like we'll map it out from...
No, we won't, because I'm going to have to edit this.
No, I'll make the notes for you.
You make the notes? Okay.
But we're at 165.
Mm-hmm.
It'll hold this for a bit.
We're at a 350. Nice.
That's one of the reasons why there's a bunch of 350s here, so I thought that would be nice.
166, so you really can get a good boost in a Mach-E.
So we're about 150 miles from home. I just looked it up. I could do the route planning, but I'm also going to show you, like, I can just say 150 miles. We've been averaging 2.5 miles per kilowatt hour. We'll probably actually get a little bit better going through LA because we may have to go slower speeds than we were. But anyways, I'll divide by 2.5. That means we need about 60 kilowatt hours to get home. So it's not like a direct correlation because the Mach-E has a 91 kilowatt hour battery, but you can sort of figure out the percentages that we might need to get home. I don't need to go all the way up to like 80%, but I probably will get closer up there. I don't want to stay here too long because it is such a full charger. So I'm not sure. I'm tired.
I'm sure other people will be leaving.
Yeah, I hopefully it'll start slowing down here. Let me just do what Ford Pass says. Oops.
And we should take advantage. We'll go get some dinner and...
Well, we might not be here super long, but
sure.
I thought it said Panera, so I think there's a Panera there. We could go get food real quick.
Yeah, about a bread bowl.
Yeah. So I'm going to go map, trip planner, and we could do this in the car too. Okay, so I decided to show you the car because this is what I think most people will do. Calculating to home, chargers are being added to...
Laws. Be alert and use voice commands while driving.
Does it know that we're charging now? No, it does not. It's saying add 67 minus 24, that's 43% charge. So right here, we can add 43% charge and we should be good to go. So that's up to like 72% and we should have enough. So we'll just go up to 80%. And then we'll get home with like 14%. So we should have a decent buffer, but anyways.
What's your name?
My name is Aaliyah.
Aaliyah?
Hi.
Nice to meet you. I'm Liv.
Hi, Liv.
I just accosted Aaliyah. I can't remember how. And then I called her Australian, which she's not. She's British. How dare I? What kind of immigrant am I?
Well, I'm also an immigrant. And so, you know, it takes one to know one. But
there you go.
We often get it wrong. So it's okay.
Sure. Thank you for making me feel better. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Okay. So does your i3 have a name?
No, because it's not actually mine.
It's not? What is
No,
the story? Who
belongs
did
to
you steal it from?
It belongs to a friend.
Okay.
And these friends go out of town every summer.
Okay.
And so they loan me and my wife the car for
That's
the summer.
so sweet.
So we get to hang out in a car that's not ours, and we have the wonderful experience of figuring out where the hell to find charging stations.
So you've done this before. Like, have you done this
we've
previous
done this
summers?
a couple of different years. Yeah.
Okay, and every time it's not great? Is that what's happening?
So what's happened is each year that we've done it, the charging stations have gotten more and more busy. It used to be that there were fewer charging stations. And we generally do them from here to NorCal rather than from here down to sort of San Diego. And so from here to NorCal, there's very few, but there are more now. But there are way more electric cars out there now than there were last year and the year before. And so it is becoming more and more difficult to get to a place, charge, and get out of there.
That's interesting. And you've had this like progression of time with like big gaps. Because what do you drive normally?
Another friend's car.
No, really? Is it an EV or is it a gas?
No,
it's an
it's
ICE
a gas
vehicle.
car.
So you have an ICE vehicle the rest of the time, and then the summer you have an EV. And like kind of a more challenging EV to have because what is this, 50 kilowatt charging speed?
I think
Right?
so. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're in an i3, which is adorable. I absolutely love the i3. You
It's
got the
very
beautiful
cute.
wood inlay
Yeah.
and the, what's it called? What is it?
I
It's
don't know,
pretty.
it's like houndstooth or something.
Houndstooth,
Yeah.
that's the word. It's
Yeah.
totally, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gorgeous, the little panda, but you're definitely experiencing the more challenging portion of EV life, huh?
Well, I would say, I mean, I love the idea of an EV. I love the notion of not using gas at all. That makes me very happy when
So
we're
nice.
doing this. Although this one has an extender on it, so we can use the
cool.
gas if we need to. But yeah, charge times are really long and the availability. And so one of the things it makes me think about is, okay, what's going to happen when there are so many more EVs on the road? How is this demand going to be met?
Hi.
Overall. Yeah. So
Well, fortunately, I don't know if you know much about EV news, but a lot of the major automakers are now going to be incorporating the Tesla plug, basically.
Oh, that's
Just watching
great.
everyone leaving. Yeah, so we're all of us going to have access to the Tesla superchargers soon, about 12,000 of them and growing. And then 7 major automakers, Hyundai, Kia, GM, bunch that add up to 7, all signed together to make their own charging network. It's something like 30,000 chargers, I think. I might be misremembering. But yeah, it's like they're on it because everyone is freaking out now. It's like, it's a big deal.
It's super exciting that there's this shift happening in automobiles, and the notion that we're starting to get cleaner in the way that we start moving on the planet.
Yeah.
Like, that makes me happy.
I love that.
And then range. But you know, the nice thing about having an EV and having to brake is that you actually force a brake. And what we do, like, we'll go and stop at Sweetgreen and grab a salad, and then
we're forced to stop. I thought you meant like regenerative braking, but no, you have to stop.
I mean, you're forced to take a rest.
Yeah.
Rather than driving 8 hours straight like some people do,
Yeah.
you actually have to take a break. And you get to have a chat with people at these sorts of places, and you get to sit and have some food and just enjoy where it is you are and enjoy the beauty of the sky.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing in that sense.
Actually, and in our case now, because we're plugged into a 350, so our car's charging, it was at like 166 kilowatts. Yeah, so it's like, that's actually too fast for us to go have dinner. So now we have to wait, and then we'll go have dinner.
Right.
You know, so I'm almost like, take your time, chill, yeah. We'll take an i3 and slow down. By the way, right next to this one, you guys are gathering. Super cute, and they're trying to leave, and I'm all getting in the way. Well, Aaliyah, it was so nice to meet you.
It was great.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Also, you have awesome eye makeup.
Thank you so much.
Like,
I appreciate. I put that on in a hurry at like 6 this morning, so I'm so glad it's still on.
Doing well.
Bye. You're totally clear. Sorry. Bye.
Have fun. Bye.
Is she moving?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. I was like, you guys must be friends.
No.
You drive the same car.
Obviously.
Obviously.
I'm from Britain. I must know the monarchy.
You must.
I must.
Well, now you know me, the other immigrant here, apparently. Yeah. It's such a pleasure to meet you.
It's been lovely.
We got a charger station fault, so we ended at 72%. I know we don't need to go that much higher, but I'm going to. $18.72, and we got 40.26 kilowatt hours added. All right, let's unplug and replug. And those are our stats, $19.20. Let's get a little more again quick. Connecting the vehicle, processing, authorized. I just realized Patrick's mic was recording, so we'll see if you heard anything, but all right, I'm gonna hit continue. Okay, 28 kilowatts, 39, 55, 69. It's ramping up. We're doing all right. Well, not too bad for 72%. And just because we might need a little extra push, I'm going to try to get to 80 because our new friend Alia, who's really helpful and awesome, told us that the chargers further south are a little swamped at the moment and having some problems. So we're going to make sure to get up to 80 before we head out of here. Yay.
Okay, so at some point this faulted and Liv fixed it for us, so we're gonna probably have to add some numbers up. But we're at 82%. We started talking to people. Surprise, surprise.
That's
but
weird.
we're charging at 39 kilowatts. This session, the new one got 10.44 kilowatt hours. We stopped at 82%. We're not getting the member discount rate because we're using plug and charge. Stupid thing that I can talk about later. But anyways, charging was $3.84 for that amount. And Liv got the other numbers. We're going to unplug. We got a burger recommendation, so we don't have to eat at Panera.
Recommended a really good burger place. We had a great time chatting with her. We chatted with an Audi RS e-tron GT owner.
Yeah, their first fast charge. They've been charging at home, and they're just checking out fast charging, and they love the car. So
Cool.
I love their car. But.
I know you do. All right, let's get out of here.
All right. So we found the burger place, but I'm just going to route to. Actually, yeah, I'm just going to route to home, just so you guys know. It's right off the freeway, so it won't really add anything to our journey. But as I was saying, we're about 150 miles from home, and we have 188 miles of range. And it just, according to the car, where it's 147 miles to home. So we should be fine to get home, even with the little stop to get a hamburger.
Yay! That was a great burger.
Good burger. I feel like I have energy now.
Traffic laws. Be alert and use voice commands while driving.
Now we're 132 miles from home. 2 hours and 22 minutes, 19% battery remaining when we get there. We have 179 miles of range. So 179 miles of range, 132 to home, 19% when we get there, starting at 75%.
Woohoo, let's go.
Let's get out of here. Okay, we made it. It's 11:20. I probably sound tired, and I'm even more tired than that. It's been a long weekend, but we've had a fantastic time. Let's just go over some trip stats. We finished with 64 miles of range, 27% battery. This trip is from where we stopped to eat to here. We had 127 miles, just over 2 hours. We ran into quite a bit of traffic in LA. I guess that's to be expected any time in LA, even though it was like late on a Sunday evening. 3.0 miles per kilowatt hour. Some of that is we, ate in Thousand Oaks and then dropped down into LA and then never climbed again. But the other part was traffic. I'm going to show trip 1, or is it trip 2? Trip 2, if you watched the first video up to San Luis Obispo, and if you take that and add that to today, that's the entire trip since we left home on Thursday, I think it was. So 595.1 miles overall, 2.8 miles per kilowatt hour. That's what we had on the way up, was 2.8 miles per kilowatt hour. So the fact that we got all the way home and it's still 2.8 miles per kilowatt hour, that means the trip home was the same average, which makes a lot of sense. I think that's about it. I guess we could wrap this up.
Well, that was a great road trip. it's been a little while, and I'm glad we got to do one.
Yeah, road trips are always fun. This one was particularly fun because we like hung out with so many people. Not the greatest getting home late, and then we got to work early tomorrow morning.
But it's so great that we get to do adventures like this. We only charged one time, and it was a great charge. It was actually so fast that we didn't even get to stop for dinner there. So it could have taken longer.
and we charged excess because we were talking a little bit.
Yeah.
I knew we didn't need to charge all the way up to 80%. I was calculating about 70, and that seems about right to get home with about a 10% buffer. So
we did really well. But we had a great time. Let us know what you thought of this road trip, and if there's anywhere else that we should go.
short.
Short.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of awesome doing a trip that's just one charge. Like, it's a lot less to worry about.
And we're sort of out of vacation days because we got some stuff already planned.
Yeah.
So we need to take some weekend trips at most.
Yeah.
Until next year.
Which, are probably something that a lot of us do. It's just like pop out somewhere for the weekend. But anyways, we're exhausted. We got to go to work in the morning. So we'll finish this video up. Thank you so much for joining us for this road trip back from Tesla Takeover all the way back to our home in Oceanside. If you're interested, make sure to watch the other videos all about Tesla Takeover.
And the trip up.
The trip up and the takeover. Huge thank you to our patrons whose names are scrolling across the screen. We appreciate you guys so much and all of your support. And you guys, the person watching, if you haven't subscribed at least, that's something you can do for free.
The car is going to sleep.
The car is going to sleep. You can do that for free. You can do it now. You can like the video. You can dislike it. Those are things you can do for free, and we truly appreciate all of that engagement. So just remember that whatever you drive, whether I'm too sleepy to say anything else, so just enjoy the ride no matter what.
And get some sleep.
Get some sleep.
Bye.
Bye.